So, anytime.
Okay. I'm here to tell you why you should come and see Sandra Swayze. I have had amazing personal experiences with this woman's healing ability. I've got to tell you, I'm just this everyday person. I grew up in the South, and I was raised traditionally, and I was introduced to Sandra, and I really didn't know what to think in the beginning because it was outside of my realm of norm, we'll call that. But I decided I would give her the opportunity and explore, and I am immeasurably grateful for the things that she's done for me. I've experienced personal healings. I've been run over by a car. I've had an artificial neck put in. I have a rod and 4 screws holding me together in my neck. And I lived with a lot of pain, a lot of daily just soreness, stiffness, headaches, you name it. And I can honestly tell you that is gone. That is no longer part of my life. I even went so far as I threw away all of my support things because I know I no longer need it. And that has been an amazing resource for me. And during this growth for myself, I have a brother-in-law who got the flesh-eating bacteria. And he was in Texas, totally unaware of Sandra and her husband and what I was going to do. And he was dying, and they couldn't do anything. His kidneys were in failure. He was lethargic, almost comatose. And I called Sandra and I said, please, is there anything that you can do? And she said, absolutely, I'll do this. And I can't even explain it, but within 24 hours of her telling me she had worked on him, his kidney function had increased enough to where he was going to live. And no one in the hospitals could explain it. And I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that Sandra's healing had everything to do with that. And he now came from a point where you may have to have kidney transplants to he's off of dialysis, he's completely functional, he's back to work, he has 700 stitches from having his flesh removed and putting new skin on, and he's fine. And no one can explain it. But I know what happened. And so I entrusted her with that and came back, and I had some more healings because I was so blown away by the results. And I can only tell you that my life now is more peaceful. I'm happier. I'm content. I have less animosity towards others and the world. And I know it's because of Sandra's ability to tap that resource, to tap that place that other people can't, and help me to wake up, for lack of a better word, and see things a little bit differently. And so here we go again. Just a couple of weeks ago, my mother got ill, and she is in the hospital, and she has an undiagnosed mass on her right lung. And we found out that it's a super bacteria, a mutating bacteria that there's only one known antibiotic for. It's the #1 killer of her age bracket. So what do? I get on the phone, I call Sandra, I'm scared to death, it's my mother, please help me. And I have to say, at precisely this moment, 2:30 Central Time, 12:30 Pacific Time, I get a text from Sandra, I'm now going to work on your mother. Within 30 seconds of me receiving that text, my mom went into the deepest sleep I've ever seen. You couldn't move her. Snoring, deep, peaceful sleep, and I knew that was Sandra. I knew that was the healing. And the next morning when we went down for x-ray, that mass had shrunk from a styrofoam coffee cup down to the size of a shot glass. And the physicians, the whole entire staff, they retook the x-ray because they didn't think it was accurate, but it was accurate. And it was unbelievable. I cried, because no one could explain it, and in my heart I knew that it was Sandra again. I can't tell you how thankful I am. And I actually explained it to my mom, who is probably the most linear, black and white thinker that there is. And now she's awakened to it. She's open to these possibilities of healing, of growth, and just really of wellness. There's only so much people can do, but Sandra can do more, and I hope that you'll trust her with that.